ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praise due to Allah Rabbul Alameen, the Creator, the Sustainer, the Provider, Ar-Razzaq, the one who gives guidance to those who seek His guidance, the one who always helps those who help themselves. May Allah Rabbul Alameen's mercy and blessing be upon all of us. Ameen. Inshallah, let us continue with our morning dua. And today, inshallah, we also have some additional dua for Sister Nurpia, Noripa binti Mokhtar. Norpipa binti Mokhtar. There's a wife of Brother Musaddiq, and also we will have a dua for the deceased Brother Muhammad Ghazali bin Arifin, who passed away on the 4th of April, and also we make a general dua for those who passed away among our family members, also young teenagers, Haris Nu'aim binti Abdul Hadi. So let us sincerely, humbly make our dua, inshallah, together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka an-nushur. Bismillahilladzi la yadurru ma'asmihi shay'un fil ardi wala fis samai wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'ah wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbalah. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Ya muqallibal qulub thabbit qulubana ala dinik wa ala ta'atik. Allahumma anta syafi' la shifa'atun illa shifa'. Ishfi Nurpipa binti Mukhtar ya Rahman ya Rahim. Ya Hayyun ya Qayyum bi rahmatika nastaghiz. Nahnu nu'minu bika wa biqawlika iza maridtu wa anta syafi'. Ya syafi' ishfiha ya Rahman ya Rahim. Ya Jal Jalali wal Ikram. Allahumma ighfir lahu warhamhu wa'afihi wa'fu anhu, khasatan Muhammad Ghazali bin Arifin, wa akrim nuzulah wa wasi' mudkhalah wa ghsilhu bil ma' wal thalji wal baradi wa naqqihi min al qataya kama yunaqqa thawb abyad min ad-danas. Allahumma abdil daran khair min darih, ahlan khair min ahli, wa zawjan khair min zawjah. Allahumma adkhilhu jannatak wa ajirhu min azab al-qabri wa azab an-nar. Allahumma ighfir li hayyina wa maytina wa shahidina وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفه على الإيمان اللهم لا تحرمنا أجرهم ولا تدلنا بعدهم اللهم اختم لنا بالحسن الخاتمة ولا تختم علينا بالسوء الخاتمة ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أن الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين. May Allah accept all our prayer for those who are present today and those who are absent among us, for those who are traveling among our family members, our jama'ah, for those who have passed away, may Allah replace them with a better life than the life they have in this world, a better environment than the environment they have gone through in this world. May Allah forgive the sin of the male and the female among us, the young and the old among us, because among us there are people who die when they are old, there are people who die when they are young. So we ask Allah to forgive all of us, and we ask Allah Rabbul Alameen to make us among the people who try their level best to submit to Allah, to follow Allah's guidance, and we ask Allah to forgive all our minor and major sins, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a good ending. Ameen. Brothers and sisters, firstly, our family member from Japan, Tokyo, convey their warm salam to all of us. Yeah, we have been there last week. The whole week we are there to try to see what we can do to help to promote Islam in Japan, especially when Olympic 2020 is coming in Tokyo. Yeah. Everything happen in our life, there is always a platform for us to introduce Islam. It's only because we born Muslim in general don't understand, and we don't feel for those who are not yet Muslim, and you can't plan, you can't even think how to approach them. Where da'wah is a very, very important duty for all Muslims. At least does Muslims set a good example, behavior, akhlaq, that will attract the not yet Muslim. The beauty of Islam is the one that make Islam very unique, that we are representing mankind, we are not representing a race, yeah, our culture, but we are representing Allah Rabbul Alameen, God, Allah, who created all of us. We are representing the Islamic values, that we all are like one big family, the children of Adam and Eve. Only are divided in two groups, one who believe when they have the knowledge, and one who do not believe because they don't have the knowledge. So it is our duty for those who claim that we have knowledge to think, how can we reach out to the not yet Muslim, to show them that Islam is for all mankind, not only belong to the Arabs, the Turkish, Pakistani, Indonesian, Malaysian, but it belong to all mankind. Alhamdulillah, there's a lot of good things happening. We just have to try our level best. At the end of the day, Allah give guidance to whom He like. In the Quran, Allah remind us, "Innaka la tahdi man ahbabta, walakinna Allah yahdi man yasha, wa ma alayna illa al-bala." Number one, Allah remind our Prophet ﷺ, who Allah chose him to be the last messenger as a rahmah to the world, you, O Muhammad, cannot give guidance to whom you like. Even his uncle that support him so dearly, he cannot give guidance to him, because guidance belongs to Allah. Allah give those who look for it. The duty of all the prophets is just to convey the message. The duty of his ummah, khairu ummah, you and me, is the same, to convey the message. The rest, you leave it to Allah. But what makes us different if we fail to even to convey to them? That is our weaknesses. We don't know what happened to us. We just spend a lot of time for ourselves, for our people whom we know. But when we interact with the friends who are not yet Muslim, we fail to tell them anything about Islam, as though that this religion have nothing to do with them, belong to us. This is our mistake. We should start to change before we pass away, because Allah in the Quran said, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. Allah created us, the last ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as a witness to all people. Why they don't accept Islam? Because we don't tell them. We will be called by Allah in the day of judgment. Did you convey the message? No. Then we have to answer to Allah Rabbul Alameen. And then Allah said, our Prophet will be a witness against us. He said, Ballighu anni wala ayah. Convey from me, share anything that you learn from him, even one ayah, share it with others. Example, the Prophet start his mission by calling his people, Ayyuhan nas, Qulu la ilaha illallah tuflihun. O people, just say La ilaha illallah. Let us acknowledge the oneness of Allah. Then all of us will be successful. Don't talk about prayer. Don't talk about fasting. Don't talk about all this ritual. Just talk about believing in one God, the only true God. If they accept, Alhamdulillah. That's very important. Why? The chapter that we are coming in today on this book, on the funeral, is page 205, 205 today, about burial. You only involve in this chapter when you die. When you are still alive, there's no burial for you. But the first thing that we learn when somebody dies, then you know that we have to bury that person. Now, when you participate in sending the funeral to the burial ground, then you know that it is a reminder. Now we carry someone, next time people carry us. It's a matter of time, different between one another. In Islam, we know Allah Rabbul Alameen, who loves us so much, care for us so much. It's like we parents love our children. we always guide them, teach them, get them prepared for their exam. You know, we support them in whatever way we can. We send them for tuition, or we can invite a tutor to come at home to get them prepared. Yeah? The same go to life. Remember the ayah that I believe all of us have memorized it. We always remind ourselves, Qul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. All our prayer, our sacrifices, the longer you live in this world, you have to sacrifice more. Yeah? When you try to get closer to Allah, you have to sacrifice more. When you love somebody, you have to sacrifice more. Everything is back to sacrifice. Your living is purely for Allah, and while dying, we want to make sure we die for the right cause, for the sake of Allah. Yeah? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who give us life, He prepare our provision, our rizqi, then only He allow us to live. When the rizqi is not there for you, you will not live in this world. That's why Allah said, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ. Don't ever stop human production. Don't plan that you don't want to have children. Why? Because I'm worried. No, I cannot provide for my children. Allah said, I am the provider for you and your children. Meaning, when Allah allows someone to live, to be born, He have provided your rizq. If not, then you will not be born to this world. Yeah. So we don't have to worry about that. What we should worry is, how are we going to be thankful to Allah? How are we going to be grateful to Him? I believe all of us as mothers who have given so much to our children, what the children need to know is how to be thankful and grateful to their parents. Children today take things for granted. I didn't ask to be born. Well, very proud sometimes. I don't owe you anything. Wow. That's how your nafs telling you, the shaitan in you, the qareen in you is working very hard. But in reality, how can they say to their friend who they just came to know for 1-2 years, I cannot live without you? Very strange, huh? After we give them everything, education, everything, food, they grow big, they say to some stranger, I cannot live without you. When come to us, I didn't ask to be born. And don't expect anything from me. Astaghfirullah. This is a sign to show we as parents have failed to reinforce that value into them from young. It's not sufficient to give them good food, drink, good dress, good education, but you don't reinforce this good value. We may fail our children, but it's not too late. We still have time to talk to them. But when the grandchildren is with us, there is your time to make sure they reinforce all this value. Maybe your grandchildren act as a bridge between you and your children again. Is that easy? Talk to grandchildren is easier. Grandchildren love grandparents, because grandparents will just give in, everything spoil them. You know, we like to spoil our grandchildren. I know we love grandchildren. Yeah? All of us who have grandchildren. I have grandchildren. We miss them a lot, you know. But always make sure that you know how to balance. Yeah? You love them for the sake of Allah Rabbul Alameen. Allah teaches us how to live, how to educate ourselves, how to eat, how to drink, how to dress, and how to die. Let us go back to the book about the burial. In Islam, brothers and sisters, the first thing that the Prophet ﷺ reminds us, Asri'u bil janazati. This is the command of the Prophet ﷺ. Asri'u bil janazati. Meaning, be hastened. When there is a funeral, after you have washed the body, you have kafan, dressed the body, be fast. That means don't delay unnecessary. Yeah. You can delay when the prayer is concerned. When people is still coming, they want to participate in the Salatul Janazah, you don't rush. Yeah, just let them pray. But after finishing the Janazah prayer and nobody is there anymore, who comes as a late comer, then don't delay anymore. Asri'u bil janazati. Be hastened. Yeah? That means quickly carry, bring the deceased body towards the burial ground. Yeah? Burying the dead, even if they were non-believers, you have to bury them. Is a fardu kifaya, communal obligation. Is the duty of the community. Somebody must lead. Even they are not yet Muslim, if nobody dare to help them, we must help them to bury. No prayer, just bury the deceased. If not, then we also be responsible. If anything happen, you know, the dead body that been exposed, it can create a virus. You know, you don't know. It can cause more harm to the living. Somebody must do something. It's like the dead animal. If somebody found a dead animal, they have to quickly bury them. But most of us don't care about that. Bandaraya will do the thing. And Bandaraya said, that is not my duty. You know, my duty is to take care of who is living, not the dead. The dead is the duty of everybody, not only Bandaraya. Yeah? This was the Prophet's practice and his companion radiallahu anhum, as is demonstrated in many of the hadiths in this chapter, including his burial of the disbeliever after the battle of Badr. Even at war, after finishing war, and if we are the victory side, there's a lot of dead body. Are you going to leave the dead body? No. Now you are in control. You are the winner. Now the dead is there and the enemy have fled, they left. So those who are there, you must do something. Bury them. Yeah. Do you bury them one by one? Not necessary. When a battle like that, you dig a big hole and you just bury everybody there. Yeah. For the disbeliever, there's no washing, no kafan. Just bury them. For the believer who died shaheed, also bury them with their clothes, nothing to wash, nothing to change the new clothing, new garment, just bury them, and you can pray for them. And sometimes the Prophet choose not to pray for the shuhada because the angel have been praying for them. Yeah? But you can participate in the prayer. Now, dealing with disbeliever, we may come across our family members who are not yet a believer. Now, the text of the Sunnah indicate that when a disbeliever dies, the Muslim should hasten to bury him in two situations. If there are no other disbeliever to bury him, if they still have some people to arrange that, let them do. You don't interfere. Yeah? But when there's none, he's a lone ranger, and his people don't like him, what are you going to do? And he died in the hospital, and you keep in the freezer for so long? No. When they wait, and nobody claim, and then they have to make a decision, somebody must bury him. Number two, if the closest person responsible for him is a Muslim. It's like you may adopt a brother, a sister who are not a Muslim, and they stay with you. They like to be with you, but they don't want to be a Muslim. You cannot force them. You try your best to show them the beauty of Islam, try to call them, but they refuse. But can you just let them stay with you? Why not? You keep on hoping, inshallah, that one day they change. Suddenly they die. What are they going to do? Nobody knows. She has no relationship with anyone except you. Then you have to make the arrangement. Umar ibn Umar, Abu Talha, and Anas radiallahu anhum all reported that after the battle of Badr, the first battle, Allah's Messenger, Prophet Muhammad commanded his followers to cast 24 of the most disdainful among the dead of the Quraysh on the top of each other in a very filthy dish in Badr, except for Umayyah bin Khalaf, whose body swelled inside his armor until it filled it. Trying to move him, he started falling apart. So they left him in his place and covered him with dirt and stone. Just cover the body. At last, either you just build, dig a dish, or whatever you can do, you must cover it. Yeah? As was the Prophet's practice, after a victory, he spent 3 nights in the neighborhood of the battleground. On the 3rd day, he had his animal prepared for departure, and then walked, followed by his companion, until he stood at the verge of the dish. He called out to them, and they had by then totally decayed, with their names and the name of their father. He called them Ya Abu Jahl ibn Hisham, Ya Utbah ibn Rabi'a, and all the other names. Abu Jahl, Utbah Rabi'a, Shayba Rabi'a, Walid bi Utbah. Don't you wish that you had obeyed Allah and His Messenger? Indeed, we have found our Lord promised to us true. Have you found you or your Lord's promise true? Now, the reason the Prophet say this out loud is for the Muslim to learn, to remember something in life. That when you are stubborn, you don't want to change. No, you just don't want to accept the call. We don't know, one day, today, just an example, we have experiences. I was in Penang after I came back from Japan on Sunday night. Monday morning I left for Penang. Yesterday I arrived back from Penang. Is to look into the affair of those who are Muslim and they don't want to be a Muslim anymore. But we never give up on them. We try our best to engage with them, make them understand. People can get confused. We can get confused. Our children can get confused. Because the media is very strong today. This is how the Satan works. Using the media that you cannot block them. You just cannot block them. And so happen every one of us have a smartphone, even we are not smart. Yeah. Our children are very young age exposed to all these things. Every day they have been feeding all the wrong thing into the mind. We don't know when our children will come and tell us, Mommy, Daddy, we don't know. If it's happening outside, it's a sign that this disease is spreading. So we must get ready for that. Yeah? Whoever obey Allah, inshallah, you have a good ending. Yeah? And Allah will never abandon us. Fazkuruni azkurukum. Allah said, you remember me, you remember what I want you to do, I will always remember you and protect you. And my mercy is always there for you, and I'm always there to forgive all your sin. That's why Allah said, La taqnatu min rahmatillah, inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'an. Don't ever give up with Allah. Don't give up hope in Allah. Allah is ready to forgive all your sin. Just come back to me. Just come to Allah. Allah is there. How bad you are. Remember in the time of the Prophet, the history of the Bani Israel. Like a man who had been killing 99 lives. And he wanted to repent, and he got the wrong person to advise him. He said, no more, God cannot forgive you. He make it 100. And then he went to a scholar. The scholar said, if you want to repent, the door of repentance is open. Allah is all forgiving. Alhamdulillah, after killing 100 human, Allah still forgive. We don't even kill one human. But I'm not here to tell you then you can start killing. No, no. Killing is wrong. It's haram, of course. Yeah? Just an example. To show us the mercy of Allah. Yeah? The blessing of Allah. Yeah? Don't give up. But a lot of people is giving up. Yeah? There's always hope for everybody. There's always hope for this country. Do we believe in that? And the hope is coming to everybody's hand now. Omar radiallahu anhu and others exclaimed, do you address them after they have been dead for 3 nights? So they heard that the Prophet did mention something before, and now the Prophet is telling them, do you address bodies with no soul in them? How can they hear you, Ya Rasul, when Allah said, Innaka la tusmi'ul mawta. Allahu Akbar. Allah in Surah Naml confirm verses 80, verily you cannot make the dead hear you. The Prophet replied, Wallazi nafsi Muhammad biyadih ma antum bi asma'a lima aqulu minhum. By him in whose hand is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's soul, you cannot hear what I'm saying better than they can. They can now hear. By Allah, they know now that what I had told them was indeed the truth, but they cannot respond to me with anything now. That particular time, Allah allowed them to hear. In general, you cannot make the dead hear you anymore, except what Allah allowed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Maybe by this, then people start to teach the dead today. That's why today you have people go to the graveyard, groups, families, and making recitation, teaching the dead as though they can make them hear. Now we are no prophet. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah give him special knowledge. And whatever that happened also is a reminder for those who are living. Did I not inform you about the truth? The Prophet have conveyed to them, called them to Islam. They refuse. Of course, at the end of the day, Allah said, La iqra fi din, no compulsion in religion. We cannot force. But they have no right to claim that we did not inform them. Now we all have problem. Because if your good friend pass away, Allah asked them, nobody convey my message to you. He said no. Do you think he have right? Do you think he or she have right to say that? Yes. You have been talking to him about cooking, about eating, about traveling, planning here, planning there. And now about election, you talk to them. But do you talk to them about Islam? About the truth? What is more important than what is right against what is wrong? What is haq against what is batil? That's the most important thing. But we don't do the minimum. Alhamdulillah, we have become a Muslim. We are praying, we are fasting, shukr, khalas. You start with people who are close to you. Of course, your family, you have to keep on reminding them. They also sometimes, their prayer also on and off, on and off. You are there on, you are not there off. Then you must keep on reminding them. After you have done your best, they have no hujjah against you in akhirah. They cannot say, my mom don't tell me to do anything. My father did not teach me. They can't, because you have been doing your part already. But when it comes to dunya, Allahu Akbar. When it comes to dunya, we always prepare for that. Make sure they go to school, the best school. They have the best teacher, the best tutor. Give them best, all the best. When we come to akhirah, may Allah accept our repentance, and may Allah forgive us. For we never put what is important. Are you going to regret only after they die? What can you do? After you carry the dead body, what can you do? Nothing more. It's just your duty, fardu kifaya, to bury the deceased. That's why I had told them was indeed the truth. But they cannot respond to me with anything now. Now if they say, oh yeah, Muhammad, I believe, too late. In the Quran, Allah said that if you know, brothers, especially for brothers, if you go for Jumu'at prayer, you will come across majority of the imam in our country, like to recite Surah Jumu'ah, in the first raka'at, and the second raka'at they will recite Surah Al-Munafiqun, the ending. Surah Jumu'at, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu iza nudiya lis-salati min yawmil jumu'ah fas'au ila zikrillahi wa zarul bay'. What did Allah say? Oh, you who believe in Jumu'ah's calling of prayer is in. Respond to the call, stop business. Allah said, stop doing business. And respond to the invitation of Hayya ala Salah, come and pray. In return, what is happening to us? That is the time we are so involved in doing business. We have a lot of stalls, no? Like mushroom coming out along, yeah, beside the masjid. And everybody is like never eat before. Busy buying, eating, drinking, talking, and here is azan. Just in front the masjid is happening every Jum'ah. I don't know what is happening to us. Either we are ignorant or we are deaf. We don't hear the call of azan. In the Middle East, you do that, they arrest you. There is a crime. What can we do? The second raka'at, normally they will recite, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la tulhikum amwalukum wala auladukum an zikrillah wa may yaf'al zalika fa ulaika humul khasirun wa anfiqu mimma razaqnakum min qabli an ya'tiya ahadukum maut fayaqula rabbi law akhartani ijaa ila ajalin qarib fa asaddaqa wa kum minas salihin walan yuakhirallahu nafsan idza jaa ajaluha wallahu khabirun bima ta'mal. This is Surah Munafiqun. Why Allah put this ayah in Surah Munafiqun? To show us the hypocrite, the munafiq always have this character and behavior. What kind of behavior? Allah said, "Oh, you who believe, don't let your children and your money, your business make you forget Allah." In time of prayer, that is more important than anything else. You die, you don't bring all these things with you. Only your deeds will follow you. If you allow your business, your money, your children to control you, then Allah said, Ulaika humul khasirun. The ending, all of you will become a loser. If you allow the business to control you when the call of azan for Jummah is still on, you think you gain profit. Yeah, the world profit, you see, or money come in, people buying on food. But in the eye of Allah, nothing. You are going against His command. And then Allah said, وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ. Whatever Allah have given you, brothers and sisters, the wealth that you have accumulated, the saving that you have, Allah is telling us, Anfiqu. Give for the sake of Allah. Give for the sake of Allah. Don't wait until the time you are going to die. Who is going to give at that time? Your children will not accept it. No. Mother, you are not stable anymore. You cannot, your mind is not stable. Don't talk about giving. Keep this, is ours. Not to give others, is ours now. You can go, bye-bye. We are waiting for you to go only because we are calculating our share now. My brother, how much, my sister, all are calculating. And then what happened? You die. You know what happened? Allah said in the Quran? We said, oh Allah, can you delay our death? Allah said, وَلَا يُؤَخِّرُ اللَّهُ نَفْسًا إِذَا جَاءَ. Please, oh Allah, spare my life or give me another chance. If you spare my life, I am going to give. Last time I don't want to give anything. Now I'm going to give not 50, 80%. Now we are telling Allah, give me another time. Or give me life again. I'm dead now. Give me back my soul. I am going to give everything for you, O Allah. Allah said what? Allah never give you a second chance anymore. When you are dead, there's no more coming back. It's a one-way ticket. Check in, no check out. You want to check out? Akhirah. It's like sometimes when you go to Indonesia, after you give a good lecture, a city called Padang. You know where's Padang, in Indonesia? Yeah? Padang. So the people say, when are you going to come back again? Inshallah. I will see you all again in Padang. When? Padang Mashar. Not Padang, Indonesia. In the day of judgment, we are going to meet again. No? It's very important to have the right understanding. Yeah. We say to Allah, give me another chance. Allah knows you better than yourself. Allah said, no. Enough is enough. I have been reminding you not only one time. The scholar which I sent to you have been reminding you. Yeah. Every time when you hear somebody die is my reminder. Every time when somebody passes away and you have the knowledge is a signal. Hey, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. But you just don't care. So Allah said, no. Yeah. Qadada radiallahu an, rahimallah, said that Allah gave them life in order to hear the Prophet's words as a reproach and scorn, and to make them feel the remorse and regret for what they did. For that particular group of people, Allah gave them the life back for a while so that they can hear, but they cannot respond. Neither you can teach them anymore. How about now? You want to accept the truth now? Say, La ilaha illallah. No. If that can be done, mashallah. I would love to go to visit the grave of my father. At least I said, Papa, I think you remember me, your son. He died also before I became a Muslim. Through my experience, I think Allah is going to give them a fair trial, because nobody talked to them about Islam. We know in the 60s who do da'wah. I became to Islam in the 60s. Nobody talked to me about Islam. And all my friends, majority are Muslim. They bring me to their house, eat and drink, play, you know. Islam, no. But Allah give hidayah to whom He like. Allah know what is in our heart. We don't know sometimes. If I myself, nobody talked to me about Islam, how about my father? Yeah. Ali radiallahu an reported that when his father Abu Talib died, he went to the Prophet and said, your uncle, Ya Rasulullah, this misguided old man has passed away. So what? Who should bury him? He replied, yeah, Azhab fawarihi, go bury him. And then do nothing until you return to me. Yeah. If your family members would pass away and you are there, you can participate in the burial. That Ali participated in the burial of his father. His father chose not to die as a Muslim. Even the Prophet was trying his level best. The last minute, my uncle, my beloved uncle just said, La ilaha illallah Muhammad. I will be there, yeah, to give you the intercession. But what happened, brother and sister? The jihad was going on. The other brother was there, other uncle was there. Abu Talib, you want to betray your father? At the last minute, you want to abandon your forefathers' religion? He's under pressure. That's why if any one of you who have a family who are not yet Muslim and they are bedridden and you are there, you don't do the da'wah when the other family is around. You're not helping. He becomes confused. But when you are there to take care of him, the opportunity that Allah gives you, the privacy, there is the best time. Because there's no other confusion. Of course you cannot force, but it's your duty to save their soul. One day said, La ilaha illallah Muhammad. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we got a call a few weeks ago. A sister who have done that. And the father said, and she repeat the meaning, the father repeat with her. She was in tears after that. Call me. What do you think, ya Ustaz? I said, Alhamdulillahillazi anqazahu minan nar. All praise to Allah who has saved him from the hellfire. But if there's no document, then if he or she will pass away, don't fight. You can tell the family members, but you don't have to fight for the burial. Because when there's no document, you just cannot, unless they allow. Okay? But when they allow, they save a lot of money for them. Because our burial is very simple and it's cheap. You don't have to pay for the burial ground. It's waqaf land. When the other burial ground, you have to pay. It depends what class you want. You want a better feng shui, and the zero will plus. They plus the zero. The zero is very dangerous zero. Very costly zero. Sometimes a not yet Muslim who pass away, they have to spend 100,000 just for the burial. We, alhamdulillah, Islam taught us to be kind, to help, especially those who pass away. They need your help. Sometimes you don't have to spend any money, you know, to show how easy Islam is. So the Prophet said to Ali, go and bury him and do nothing. That means you cannot do any other prayer, any other ritual. Yeah? He said, Ali said, but he died as a disbeliever, pagan. He said, go bury him. So he buried him and came back. Then he, someone told him, go take a bath and then do nothing until you return to me. Now go and wash yourself. Ali concludes, I took a bath and came back to the Prophet ﷺ. He made supplication for me that are more precise to me than the most expensive red and black camel. Yeah? That means very important dua. Yeah? In the time of the Prophet, black and red camel is something very, very expensive. And that's why the Prophet said, فَوَاللَّهِ لِأَيَّحْدِيَ اللَّهُ بِكَ رَجُلًا وَاحِدًا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ مِنْ حُمْرِ النِّعَمِ. He swear with the name of Allah, if you can bring one person who are not yet Muslim to Islam, just one, Allah will reward you with a red camel. A red camel at that time is more than a Rolls Royce today. Or maybe you have the most expensive car on the road, cannot challenge the price of a red camel. Very, very expensive animal. The narrator from Ali, Abu Abdurrahman As-Sulami, added, after washing the dead body, Ali used to take a bath. Normally, if you participate, you should highly recommend it to take a bath. Note in this hadith that Allah's Messenger, Prophet Muhammad did not console Ali for the death of his pagan father, which may be taken as an evidence against consoling Muslim for the death of the disbelieving relative, leave alone consoling the disbeliever. It is further concluded from this that it is recommended for the man who conduct the burial to take a bath after the burial. Because of course, you involve in burial, you go down, you carry the dead body down, and of course you will sweat, of course, and then there's a lot of dirt on you. It's just fair enough for you to clean yourself. Note also that there is no indication in any of the authentic reports from the hadith that Ali washed his father. No. When the dead body is a not yet Muslim, they don't allow you to wash. Only the Muslim allow you to wash. To them, why must you wash? Is a dead man, just change his garment, give him a very expensive garment, and make it up. They will do some makeup. They use some injection to make sure that it won't smell, it don't rot so easy, and they do some touch up. It cannot be used as an evidence for washing a disbeliever because they don't allow. I remember in 1980s, I was in Paris to help the Franco-Muslim, the French-Cambodian refugees Muslim. Then we heard somebody pass away in another town when there's no Muslim. So immediately we moved to this area and informed the authority we want to wash the body because these are Muslim. They never seen people wash anybody in that area before. No. Okay. We said, no, this is our right as Muslim. No. They're worried about something may happen, go wrong, and then it cause virus and disease and so on. I said, no, this is part of our ritual. If you refuse our right, we have to bring it to the authority, higher authority. We're going to call the Muslim embassy that is there, and we are going to call the ministers who we know who to call and tell them how can they do not honor our right. With the will of all this, okay, we can secure that there's no virus. We are doing the best for the dead body. And this has been doing everywhere in the Muslim country. They also want to see how we do it. They allow, so we do it. And we cover her body, the body. But now we have a last problem. There is no Muslim graveyard in that area. At that time, you hardly have any Muslim graveyard. The only graveyard you have is the normal graveyard. Then we said, when there's no choice, do what you can. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. So we buried them with other people. Only we say to them, please, no any symbol on the top. Just leave it like that. Because he's a Muslim, we don't put any other sign. Just a number to show that he or she is buried there, khalas. Yeah, when there's no separate graveyard, then whatever you can do, you just do. Are you supposed to send the body back home? The Prophet said, wherever you are, you just bury. Yeah. But inshallah, to all the brothers and sisters, we'll come to that part also. Yeah. In the coming class, inshallah, about separate graveyards. And before we end for today's class, if there's any question, now we open for the Q&A. Fatafaddal. For the sisters, have everything been organized so far? Yeah? Okay. Do the sisters, do the brother feel okay to do it here? Pardon? On the way. Okay, we have a Q&A first. Do you mind to do it here? Okay. We have a brother, inshallah, is going to be a Muslim. I'm just taking his permission that he would like to do it here together with all of us. It's his choice. He like to do it a bit private. Alhamdulillah. Both is welcome. Any question from the sisters about today's topic? You know what the Prophet said? Asri'u bil janazati. Anything to do with after the prayer ended, be hastened, don't delay unnecessary. Yeah. The delay that I said again, that is allowed when there are people still coming to perform the funeral prayer. Then you just be more patient, let more people participate in the funeral prayer. Yeah. We know what is a graveyard, no? You know what is a graveyard? Do you know how a graveyard should look like? Look like graveyard, not look like a garden. Today we are so sentimental, you know. Everything become commercial, business. Naam, sister, please. You have the mic. Pass the mic.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sheikh, okay, if the graveyard is a bit isolated behind the main road, so if I pass by the main road, can I say the Assalamualaikum ya ahli diyar? Because it's,
oh yes,
yeah.
Anytime it is a sunnah for anybody who see a graveyard, yeah, the Muslim graveyard, to give a salam.
But if even I cannot see the graveyard, but I know there's a graveyard behind the buildings, can I still send the salam? I mean, the
see
dua.
the graveyard first. See the graveyard.
I have to see the graveyard. Oh, okay, okay.
And the graveyard actually is a reminder for those who are still alive. By offering salam, is like making a dua for them, and it reminds you
about death.
Yeah, about death.
Okay.
You can do that.
Jazakallah khair.
Ayakallah. Next question. Any next question from the sisters first? I would like to remind all the good sisters who are mothers to your children, And when you become a grandmother or a grandfather, please don't delay the ritual that we should offer for our newborn. Don't make things complicated and confused. This is something very basic all of us should know. That the baby, the child have right upon you, upon the parent. If the parent do not know, upon the grandparent. They are the 7th day of the birth of the child. You should do akikah if you have the means, and do tahnik, and it's a serious matter. You are not used to it, then you have to ask those who have the knowledge, seek their advice, how to go about it. We are Muslim. How can you disagree with the teaching of Islam? Don't delay unnecessary, especially shaving the hair. Because the 7th day is the best time to shave the hair, the baby's hair. And it's not difficult, so easy, mashallah. It's good for the baby and good for you. Now, Sister June, pass the mic, please. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Ustaz, I just record. A sister wanted me to ask this, whether is it in the hadith or is this just a local belief that if a sister do not wear hijab, who doesn't cover her awrat, the day after the Day of Judgment, will be punished with that should be hung by her hair or something like that, or she'll get like water poured over her chest, or I don't know.
Yeah. There is hadith. There is hadith on that actually, about the punishment in hellfire. There are hooks, you know. Yeah, to hook certain part of the body that you don't cover. You are so happy, so proud to expose to the public. So Allah also will hook that part. Any part that Allah want you to cover is for your own good, and that is a sign of shyness. When people have no shyness, everything goes. You know? Yeah, you remember Isra and Mi'raj. If you go slowly into the Isra and Mi'raj hadith, then you realize what Allah have exposed to the Prophet about the people in paradise and the people in hellfire, where there's no people yet. In reality, no one is in hell and in paradise yet. But Allah, who knows everything, who planned everything, He knows, and He can just give the vision to the Prophet to visualize. And then the Prophet, what he said to the woman when he came back from Isra and Mi'raj, "Oh, you woman, give sadaqah, give up your zakat, purify your income, do more good thing." You know why? I saw majority of you in hellfire. Some with the tongue been hang out, pull out, been cut, and after that Allah give them back their tongue cut again. Some their breast has been hooked, some their hair, because that is what you like to look like. You want to be exposed, now you're exposed now. But no one is going to have sympathy with you. Nobody is going to, how beautiful your hair, oh, how beautiful your body. Nobody is going to take beautiful anymore. They will just worry, I hope that I'm not going to be like that. Yeah, it's true. There's a hadith on that. Yeah? Just to remind us that our body have right upon us. So we must take good care of the body. Yeah, it's important. Yeah? And our children body, you must take care of that. I know, I've seen all of us. We know when your baby is just newly born, you give them a napkin, Pampers, according to the newborn size. After 3 months, you change 3 months Pampers. You cannot use 1 month anymore, too small. 1 year, 1 year Pampers. And all the baby's clothes is going to keep on changing and growing. As they grow bigger, their dress become bigger. And as they grow taller, their dress become longer. But something went wrong when they are 14, 15. Everything goes shorter again, smaller again. Either our eye have problem, or their body is having a problem. You grow according to the size. Now they are 14 years, they must dress a dress like a 14 years girl. And we grandparents love our grandchildren so much. You are so beautiful, my dolly, my this, my that, my doll, yeah, my princess, and then you spoil them. It's an amana, a trust from Allah to the parent. Take good care of them. And you will never regret when they become righteous grandchildren. Allahu Akbar. You have a lot to gain. Yeah. Please, yeah. Yeah. Take good care of them. It's an amana. If you don't know how to do it, Islam is there to teach you. Get close to the scholar and seek their advice how to do. Inshallah. But don't be too hard. When the time you should relax, let them relax. Don't try to cover themselves too early. Because that is the time they can relax. Children is children. Then slowly you reinforce the value. At least they have experienced everything. If last time you say, oh, I never drive. Oh, last time you see the photo, when you are 1 year old, you see, when you were 2 years old, you're still wearing this and wearing that. No. But now, alhamdulillah, this is the best dress for you, the dress from Islam. Yeah. Don't try to force them when they're too young. Time for relax, you relax. Time that you have to be serious, you become serious. If you do it wrong way, it backfire. It backfire. Yeah. Islam is a very beautiful religion. You go according to the system. Yeah. Follow the adab. Yeah. To train a young girl, 4 or 5 years, to wear niqab and all, it's not real at all. Don't do this to them. You are misrepresenting Islam to them. No. Time for them to expose, let them expose. Yeah. In China until today, Muslim or not yet known baby, they have a dress that covers the front, but behind is always open. The buttock is always open. Their concept is like that, easy. Anytime they want to urinate, very easy. Anytime they want to shit, also easy. You don't have to undress them, just open up and then everything is ready. Not only non-Muslim children there, even Muslim children. No. I used to visit China and then I see Muslim family. I want to carry their cute baby, in front is cover. And when you hold it, why is skin to skin? That is their fashion, to make it easy. Yeah, but we have to have shyness and teach them to feel shy, that they don't feel good to be naked like that. Naam. Any last question from the sister? Naam. Faddal.
Sorry, Sheikh, one more question.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, if during our ignorant time we made the kubur, like build stone, bricks around the kubur, and now we know there's a hadith say do not abuse the dead. So does that apply to the dead? When we build something on the kubur, will the dead be punished in the barzakh by we doing the building?
When we are ignorant, a lot of things that we have done is not following the teaching of Islam. The past is the past. Allah knows best. Yeah. I show you one simple example. When we know and we are worried the living will do this nonsense to us, so we must remind them, when I die, my children, please remember, I do not allow you to build anything on my graveyard. Nothing concrete. You have to raise up the soil a bit because it may sink, no? Because the country, because the rain, it may sink also. So you can raise up a bit so that it don't sink. Yeah, it's still there's a hum, yeah, over the grave. But don't build any concrete. If a person who is going to die tell you, I want it, you don't have to fulfill that, because it's against Islam. What the Prophet said to Ali is very important, because Ali, he's a very brave young man. He don't compromise with nonsense. What is right, wrong is wrong. What is black, white is white. The Prophet said to Ali radiallahu anhu, wherever you go, if you see any graveyard that has been raised up, you flatten it. When you have the authority, do it if you can. But if you can't, then Allah is all forgiving. But now you know what is happening. The mistake done by who? Maybe us who are ignorant, number one. Number two, it's been done by the caretaker of the graveyard. Our caretaker of the graveyard today are not scholars. They are workers, and they are thinking to make extra money. So when there is a burial, somebody is going to come to lobby you. Do you want us to build, no? And I will have this kind of marble, you will have this kind of grass, maybe for Genting Highland, or we can export we can import grass from some country, Switzerland maybe, you want a cooling one, or you want some marble from Italy, he is going to come. And you want flower, we can send every week, orchid, rose. Astaghfirullah. These people, I don't want to blame them 100% because they are ignorant people. Not like in the Middle East, you entrust the caretaker of this place to scholars who know the do and don't in Islam, and they will tell you cannot. This is a graveyard, not a park. You bring flower, I put the flower in my house, I'll be very thankful. Not there, because they don't need the flower. I need more flower. I know. But today, because the caretaker don't know anything, extra money, why not? What the non-Muslim is doing, I will follow step by step. That is what happened now. Everything is going by money. Why you do that? If the Prophet allowed, no problem. I also want to do more. I want to put an aircon there, to make sure that my loved one still have aircon for her. If there is allowed. I also want to put a handphone and can call him on and off. Yeah, maybe, why, we don't know. Something he, hello, when he said hello, I don't know whether you want to respond or not. No. No, the date is gone. It's a reminder for the living, what can you do now? If you love her or he, have he performed Hajj? Not yet. Do Hajj for him. Have he fulfilled his qada for the fasting month that he or she missed? Do something for them. Did they owe anybody any money? Pay the debt for them. Think that Islam wants you to do, you don't do. Think that Islam don't want you to waste, you go and waste. And cannot benefit him at all. So if you don't know what to do, seek advice from scholars and tell the scholar to guide you the way the Prophet had taught us, not their way. No. Their way also tak apa. Okay, semua orang buat. No. I'm not here to talk about semua orang buat. I want to know what the Prophet wants us to do. Our living and our dying is for Allah. And Allah commands us to follow the Prophet ﷺ, not to follow the people. Follow the Prophet. That's what we will do, inshallah. Yeah? So may Allah bless us. Any last question from the brothers? No question from the brothers. Back to the last question, the sister. This is the second last, and this will be the last one, inshallah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Walaikum
wabarakatuh.
salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We were talking about graves and having monuments on top of that, like marble and everything. But does that include having borders? Because my
Include
parents,
what?
border around the grave. Is that included in that, or not? Because my parents, they have simple borders, slanting bricks, and that was my father. My mother, wood, dark wood around it. Does that include borders?
Yeah, you can have some border to protect the land from giveaways. The land start to give way, but you should not have a concrete, because that is not your property. It is a property belong to the ummah. So after some time, people will dig, and then I just show you one simple example. Baqi, graveyard of Baqi in Medina, next to the mosque of the Prophet ﷺ. Since 1,000 over years ago until today, still people send the dead body to Baqi. 1,000 over years, and it still can accept new body to come in. Why? Because it's not a private property. If a private property, do you think you can collapse, full house, no more space? Millions of people have been buried there. It's because it's very simple. After some time, they will dig again, left some bone, they just push aside, a new body is going to come in. So when you have this border, it's waste. People got to break it. So you don't do that. Islamically, it's not right. Traditionally, it's very common. So it's up to us as Muslims. You want to follow what Islam wants you to do, or you want to die and follow tradition, where tradition have no value at all in the sight of Allah. Allah will ask you about Islam. After you die, the Munkar Nakir will come and ask you about your God and your religion. How are you going to respond to Allah? My religion is Islam, when I don't follow the teaching of Islam. And how are you going to answer that my prophet is Prophet Muhammad when you don't follow the Prophet's teaching? You will fail to answer this question. That's why we can always remind ourselves, Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya, is to prepare ourselves before anything happen to us. I'm proud that Allah is my Lord and Islam is my religion, and Prophet Muhammad is my prophet, that I will try my best to follow his sunnah and to follow the way of Islam. And alhamdulillah, may Allah bless us, may Allah make it easy. Amin. وبالله توفيقي وآخر دعوانا والحمد لله بالعالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.